Hello YouTube Pipers, it's Double O Pipe, aka Rick. Have my cup of cha. I have a couple of things to say. I reached a milestone in my YouTube career. Let's call it a career. I have reached 1,000. I had 2 subscribers yesterday. I'm not sure which one put me over the edge, but I thank both of you. And to mark that, I want to have a giveaway. But there are going to be things that I want to say. I want it open to all presenters on the YouTube pipe community. And I want you guys to make a video. I want that video to have a story about your younger days, something that stands out in your mind that was fun or funny, enjoyable, and something you think that we would love to hear. I love stories from childhood, as you well know. And that's what I would like this video to be. And if you would like to make a video, then please put it down below in the comments that you are going to do that and you would like to register that to be known so that you can be a part of the giveaway. And what I'll do is I'll write down all the names as I did last time, and I'll put them in a hat, and I'll draw out of the hat, and whoever comes up will win the giveaway. And I'm going to make it a gift certificate from smokingpipes.com. So if you're interested, please let me know down below. Make it a video including a story from your childhood. And I want everyone who will make a video to be a part of this. Does that sound okay? Okay. I ran across a new pipe smoker this morning. Her name is Elizabeth Elaborates. Well, that's the name of her post. Elizabeth Elaborates, and she blew her first smoke ring this morning. I thought everybody should tune in to watch that. Well, my cutter got here, and I'm going to disappoint some people, but I think I want to go with the smallest cigar that I got, because if I don't like it, I won't have to smoke all of it. But this is an Ashton Cabinet, and that's all I see on there. I'm sure it's a Robusto, because it's the smallest one in this humidor I got here. Humidor's still in the same place, humidity-wise. Let's see if I can do this okay. Let me get something here to catch whatever comes off, because I'm not sure if it'll drop right here or if it'll go screaming across the room. Now, I think you're supposed to just cut off a bit from the edge here, so that's what I'm going to do. That's not a bad cut for an old guy. Made a bit, looks like it made a bit of a mess on my napkin there. Okay, and I got this nifty little flamethrower, and I've heard you have to hold this at like an angle here, and then kind of twirl it to get an even burn. I'm new at this, so That's not bad. Kind of stings going up the nose. I can't say that I brought back any memories from my day as a 5-year-old. Yeah, it burns the back of my nose, which I don't particularly enjoy. I was attempting a retrohale. See if I could taste any of the many tastes I'm supposed to taste. Uh-oh, my flamethrower's out. There's something I'm getting there, but I'm not sure what it is. Is that what you would call a nutty flavor? I'm not sure. Not like any nut I've tasted. Seems to be getting a red circle at the end there, the way I'm looking at it. I find that the smoke drifts toward the face and up the nostrils. Maybe it's because it's so short. Maybe I should have tried the longer one. I'm not sure what I'm tasting. It's not like pipe tobacco, quite. The leaf seems to still be intact. Let me take this thing off. I don't know when you're supposed to take that off. We used to take them off the cigars my mother brought home and put them on as finger rings. My cousins and me. I'm gonna have to listen to somebody who's smoking this to see what they taste, to see if That's what it is I'm tasting. I mean, I taste Tutti Frutti ice cream, and I couldn't tell you what that taste is because I don't know what a Tutti Frutti is. And I don't know how to cut this off and come back after I've burned up to here because I'm not as talented as most of you guys. All I know to do is to come on here and just what happens, happens. We did back in high school days when we were first learning how to smoke, because that was a rite of passage when we were coming up. We tried it off and on till we finally bought our first pack of cigarettes and stayed with it. But we bought those little, I'm trying to think what they were called. Swifts? I'm not sure. But they were sweet. Swift Sweets? I can't remember. But they were very sweet. Whenever you put your end in your mouth, it was sweet right there. You didn't have to pull in any smoke. I mean, the cigar itself was sweet. I didn't think about an ashtray. Oh well. But look at that. It's burning pretty evenly, isn't it? Not bad for a beginner. Nice white ash. And these little cigars were really tightly packed and had a bend in the middle. And we used to smoke those thinking we were big stuff. We didn't have people checking on us as to whether we were of age to do that. They just collected the money and said, have at it, folks. We didn't have people watching over us. We kind of took on life as it came and did what we thought. I don't think we're any worse for it. I mean, anybody that puts a metal jungle gym out in the middle of the schoolyard with concrete base, are they really thinking about the safety of their children? I don't know. Or let two kids with evil glints in their eye get on a seesaw. You know one of them's going to jump off and have the old and crack his honey on that flat board when it hits the ground. uh, Nowadays, I don't know if they have things like that, or if they do, they probably got pillows under them. I don't think I've seen a jungle gym or those slides that go 60 feet up in the air and you have to climb up there to the top and slide down that metal slide that's been baking in the sun all day. Leave your skin up on the face of it. That's, you know, that was how we learned about life. And they had these huge swings. I mean, the chains went up, I don't know, 10 feet maybe, a little bit over. And we'd swing on those things and go as high as we could. I mean, really as high as we could. You could get a good arc on that chain and then jump at the height. I remember we were doing that one day and we were singing the Yellow Rose of Texas as we flew up into the sky and came down to the ground, but we didn't hurt ourselves. It's tasting better now than it was just a minute ago. Still, the smoke is kind of wafting up into my nose, which is irritating the lining in my nose, so that my nose is starting to drip, or it feels like it is. I once asked my doctor, "Doctor, why do you smoke?" And he said, looked at his cigarette, he said, "I don't know, probably a replacement for the nipple," which as a teenager cracked me up, no lie. Love that old guy. Dr. Goodmanson, he died several years back. Came over to the house one day when I was sick as a dog as a child, second or third grade, and made a house call. They were still doing that back in those days. Still got a nice white ash. Yeah, I like the taste better now that it's gone down a little bit. I'm gonna knock that ash off right there on the napkin I had. Now, you're supposed to chew up the ends of these like you see on TV. I've heard on these longer cigars that you can cut off that end and light it up later, and it's still okay. So maybe next time I'll try one of those. The My Father, or there was one in there, Connecticut. Somebody said or said each one of those seemed to be a good cigar. This one's not bad. It's better than that one that I bought because Paladin Piper said they were pretty good. I can't remember what the name of it was. I got 5 of them. It was the one he said that Clint Eastwood was smoking in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, that he'd light up just before he plugged 6 or 7 people. Definitely, definitely remember that cigar taste and smell from my 5-year-old smoking of that cigar my mother produced. But there's more to it than that. There's something else in there. It doesn't leave a I think I heard Paladin Piper talking about a creaminess that it elicits. Maybe that's how your mouth tastes after. I don't know. The only thing is the back of the throat just feels irritated, whereas the tongue taking a little pleasure in whatever those flavors are. Yeah, I'm not disliking this at all. It's pretty good. An Ashton Cabinet Robusto. For anybody who wants to try a cigar, this is probably about the right size to just try it. And if you don't like it, I don't know, tobacco at the back here is unraveling some. That was half the fun of smoking non-filtered cigarettes. I was a non-filtered Camel smoker for years, 3 packs a day. Every time you lit one up, you go, get that tobacco off your tongue. One thing about Camels, when you smoke those, and they were in your pocket and they couldn't see what you were smoking, they'd say, "Hey, can I bum a cigarette from you?" And I'd pull out my pack, shake it like that, so 2 or 3 were higher than the opening, and they'd see that Camel on there, and they said, "That's okay. I appreciate it, but I think I'll not smoke one." I said, "Okay." I found my Camel cigarettes. I was able to smoke them all myself because nobody, and I mean nobody, wanted to bum a Camel. That's why I smoked them for several years. I'm not sure how much this one cost. And the price isn't on here, so I don't guess I can tell you. Don't bend down so the smoke comes up into your face, because boy, does it make your eyes water. Yeah, they don't put the price on these things. Ashton Cabinet Selection Très Petite. Well, I guess it wasn't a Robusto then. They say here, it's Cabinet, Ashton Cabinet Selection Très Petite. Very small, so maybe it's smaller than a Robusto. Let me see something. Well, I don't know where the one that was actually called a Robusto is. Here's an Ashton Heritage. Puro Soul. No, I can't find that one that I was gonna. Nope. I have to look for it later. Okay, I've been on here way too long. But I think the taste does come through a little better the farther down you get. And it's not bad. I'm okay with it. I know you're not supposed to knock that ash off, but I remember the ash on my cigarettes way back when always fell on my pants. And that was the reason I had cuffs on the bottom of my pants back in those days, because I used it like an ashtray. I would knock the ash from my cigarettes off into the lining of my cuffs if I didn't have a ashtray anywhere. Best time to have a cigarette back in those days is when you were driving along and you had your vent window open so that the wind was rushing in at you, and you had your elbow on there and you had your cigarette coming up here and you could just flick it out the window. That's the best time to smoke in the world. Loved it. But smoking is very bad for you, children, and you should never, never, never pick up a cigarette, even a candy cigarette. No, 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 because that'll make you think that's what cigarettes taste like. They don't. Oh, man. Cigarette smoking is deathly. Cigarette smoking can kill you. So don't do it. Not even if you're young and stupid. Okay, I'm going to quit. 1,000 subscribers. I'm having a giveaway for all active YouTube posters. I want you to make a video, and in that video, I want you to tell a story of your childhood, of your youth, back when you were in grammar school or high school. And just let us know one of your adventures, because we all had adventures back then. We did. And it was fun. Tell us a fun story. And tell me down below if you are going to participate in this and you're going to make a video. And I will make a note and I'll write down your names. And I'm going to give you until, when's the 15th of March? Anybody know? Let's go to the 15th of March. That'll give you plenty of time to make a video, plenty of time to let me know so I can get all your names and I'll draw it out of a hat. And the gift is going to be a gift certificate from smokingpipes.com. So, you have the rules. You know what it is. Let me know something so I can start gathering names. I'm going to close out because I've been on here way too long, but this cigar's not bad. There's a new taste in there, even though I can't define it, but there's a new taste in there. Okay, peoples, I will say I am hanging up the phone. I'm hanging up the phone now. Take care of yourselves. God bless you. Till the next time. Bye-bye.